Japan may seek to dissolve Moonies Church in wake of Shinzo Abe killing.
Here's a summary of the article.
Japan's government may ask courts to order the dissolution of the Unification Church following the assassination in July last year of the former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, according to multiple local reports. The government has been investigating the church, formerly known as the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification, over its fundraising activities, while battling a scandal over the group's ties to Japanese politicians, particularly members of the ruling Liberal Democratic Party. Abe, whose grandfather, former Prime Minister Nobusuke Kishi, helped the ultra-conservative church establish a presence in Japan in the 1960s, was shot dead in July 2022 by a man who has said he harbored a grudge against the Unification Church and Abe. Yamagami, who underwent a psychiatric evaluation lasting several months, said he blamed the church for bankrupting his family after his mother, a member, donated more than 100 yen to the group 2 decades earlier. Abe was not a member, but sent a congratulatory video message to a church affiliate in late 2021, in which he said he shared its belief in traditional family values. Founded in South Korea in 1954 by the self-proclaimed Messiah Sun Myung Moon, the church has established a global presence, with Japan proving fertile ground for converts and their donations. The group claims to have 100,000 active believers in Japan and has collected nearly $1 billion in donations since 1987 and generated 35,000 compensation claims, according to the National Network of Lawyers Against Spiritual Sales, which represents people who claim they have suffered financial damage because of the church.
This post received a score of 13,000, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Damn, that assassin really got everything he wanted. It's sad that someone had to die for the government to investigate.
Also, this assassin is absolutely getting executed.
That's part of what he wanted.
Exactly. In this dude's eyes he'll be a martyr.
He kind of is, to be honest. The Moonies honestly make Scientology look pretty chill.
And are heavily involved in the Republican Party. Reagan met the Rev Moon many times. The Moonie Times, I mean the Washington Times, is right of Fox News and has constantly accidentally put white supremacists on staff. Trump even spoke at a Moonie event 2 years ago, praising the Moonies. The GOP's own Asian connection, Reverend Moon.
Well, then it absolutely is time to dissolve this cult.
It'll just become stronger here, unfortunately. Not sure the US has a good track record of pushing back against religion, especially ones MAGA heads are into.
Founded on separation of church and state. Says in God we trust on the money.
Old mate that shot Abe will be sitting in prison, absolutely stoked that his plan worked. Far out. The real tragedy is that he had to kill a guy and sacrifice his own freedom to shine a light on the issue because no one would have cared enough otherwise.
The real tragedy is that the Moonies stole his and his siblings' estates and education and ruined his family in the first place.
Yeah, my whole read of that situation raced like a train. Whoa, Abe was assassinated? That seems bad. Whoa, the guns the assassin used were super interesting. Now I feel guilty. Wait, that's why the assassin killed Abe? I kind of sympathize, actually. Wow, he definitely raised awareness, but in a horrible way. Well, now the assassin is in prison, but damn, did he succeed in his overall plan.
He even said that Abe wasn't originally his enemy, but he had researched the links and found that Abe was the supporter with the most influence in the real world. He was spot on. He said he wanted to kill the whole Moon family, but it wasn't realistic. And now the Unification Church is losing tax-free status in Japan. Just wow.
People, I mean, governments and tax authorities, need to recognize that freedom of religion is not the same thing as freedom to operate a business facilitating religious activities. In other words, a person can exercise at home, in a park, or at a gym. Taxing the gym doesn't make exercise illegal. And, indeed, taxing something doesn't even mean you are involved with or interfering with it. The rationale for making religious groups tax-free just doesn't make sense, and creates all kinds of abuse.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.